Moving into the new year, I know a lot of people are super motivated for their fitness goals. I wanted to do a video closing out 2025, just kind of giving you some helpful tips. But I do want to first say, if you are someone who has a goal to build a home gym or to have home gym equipment in your garage or in your home, I highly recommend YESOL. I've been talking about them for years. We recently just got their new recumbent bike that they released, and because of, the new year and fitness and everybody has goals, I have an amazing opportunity for you to bring a piece of YESOL into your own home. If you're interested, you can check the link down below. Plus, they gave me a unique discount code that you can use at checkout to save even more money. YESOL is a brand that I love and trust and have for half a decade, so I know a lot about their equipment. This piece is amazing. If you need something that's low impact but also going to build muscle, stamina, and get you a really great workout, highly recommend. The seat is adjustable. It has a full 22-inch screen, just like all the other YESOL pieces of equipment, where you can stream workouts from the YESOL app, or you can watch your favorite show while you work out. With a low impact bike like this, you're going to get an incredible workout without crushing your joints. 10 out of 10 recommend for anyone who's looking for a home piece equipment that doesn't take up a lot of space, but you can utilize every single day. You can also use this piece with weights. I'm kind of demonstrating really quick here while I'm warming up, but it's going to give you a great workout, and it's a great piece to have in your home. And of course, you can get it on sale. Throughout this video, I'm going to give my own personal tips for starting out the new year, because like I said, everybody's really motivated coming out of the holidays, overeating or doing a lot of holiday parties and a lot of things that are out of our routine. So we really crave, I think a lot of us, to just go extreme. You know what, come January 1, I'm just going to hit it hard. Did you know most people last less than 10 days when they set really extreme goals? It's the truth. So for me, I just want to kind of go over some things that would be helpful to make these things more of a lifestyle approach. So you're not restarting in 2027 and 2028 and et cetera. Instead, you use 2026 to be the year that you find yourself, your fitness goals, and you make it a lifestyle. My number one tip is to create movement, just like you do with any other thing you do in your life, a habitual thing that you do every single day. When I say this, most people take it to the extreme and they think, oh, I'm going to be a bodybuilder, or I'm going to be a CrossFitter or a powerlifter. I don't have time for that. I can't move every single day. I'm not saying you have to do the extreme things every day. Going for a walk, going for a bike ride, doing yoga, doing Pilates, some kind of movement every single day. Just like you have personal hygiene you do every day, just like you brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you shower, you do all these things, you eat food every single day. Make movement one of those things. My personal recommendation is 30 minutes every single day. That should be very doable for almost everyone who works a full-time job. As someone who works 50 to 60 hours a week, I get up early to achieve that goal. What I show most of the time is my more extreme workouts. What I don't show is me just going out for a light bike ride, using my YESOL bike, or going for a walk, because those things aren't as interesting to people. So I share more of the extreme workouts because those are the things I personally like to share. All too often, we think of working out as a punishment or a way to achieve a goal. And that's not necessarily wrong in the goal aspect. I think for punishment it is, but in the goal aspect, I think it can be wrong because of what happens when you reach that goal. Are you just going to give up exercising? Well, if you do that, then you're just going to have to start over at square one. So make it a lifestyle. The next thing I think that's really important is to not be super extreme with your diet. I've done it before. I actually really enjoy it, but I don't do for it long term because I know that's not sustainable. I think moving into the new year, a lot of people think really extreme when it comes to diet, but instead, if you just have lifestyle realistic goals when it comes to eating healthfully, you don't have to constantly restart. My biggest tip, if you want to lose weight, if you want to gain muscle, if you want to create body recomposition, is to create a plate that's like 30-30-30-10. 30% vegetables, 30% protein, 30% carbs, and 10% fat. And you really can just eyeball that on your plate. If you think about your plate as a whole and you go split it into 3 and then add a little fat on the top, that's a perfect way to do it. What I am making here is a chili. I decided to make this after we went grocery shopping this day. Huge pot of chili. I also did mashed potatoes, and that is our meal. And no, not necessarily does it have like quote unquote 30% of the veggies. However, it does have veggies in it with a little bit of onions. I know beans are legumes. I will add different veggies into this as we eat. We'll probably do like canned green beans on the side. We'll even do broccoli. And as for the fat, there is fat in the meat, so that's what I consider a fat, or if we add butter to the mashed potatoes. But I can make this meal ahead of time. It feeds us for days, and I have a nice healthy meal that we can eat throughout the week, and it doesn't take up a lot of time. It's something you can make ahead, and it hits everything I need for me and my husband and my daughter to reach our goals. I add that last one with a little bit of sarcasm because obviously she's a year and a half. She doesn't have any goals, but I do have goals for her when it comes to healthy eating, right? Like I want her to grow sufficiently. She was born very small. And so my goal is to have as much good, healthy, nutritious food on hand. So she's getting full on good, healthy food. So she's not snacking all the time. Anyways, just a thought when it comes to dieting, try not to be so extreme. If you have weight that you want to lose, if you want to do certain things and you're like, you know what, I'm an extreme person, I'm just going to go for it, that's fine. But just remember, how have the last few years gone for you? Do you need to make changes this year to make things more sustainable? Then you need to hear me out. Simple things that you can change that are lifestyle things that aren't so extreme is to drink more water, get more steps in a day. You don't even have to set a step goal. You can just get more steps in and you can just eat better. Those are 3 things that are not super extreme, and then include your movement. And there you go.